Hey guys! You are watching Brilliantine TV. In today's modern age, if a person sits alone in a room, he is not alone. Instead, there is a power with him in this room, keeping an eye on his every move along with his eating and sleeping. Not only is it keeping an eye on his movements, but that power also makes this man do many things. The exciting thing is that the person has brought this on-screen power with him, and it is none other than his smartphone. In today's era, hardly any person is away from social media. Any smartphone user must have Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram on his phone. Social media has become so powerful now that these applications were made for smartphones, but now smartphones are made for social media. As days go by, social media is getting more powerful. Most of us think that social media is a free tool through which information and entertainment can be obtained, but knowing the truth will make you cringe. We, humans, understand social media by its name, but do you know that these applications do not know you by your name but by a unique number? For them, the identity of every human being is kept with a number called ID. Just like a prisoner is reached by a number in prison, social media is also like a prison in which a unique ID identifies every user. And surprisingly, a human does not know himself as much as these apps do. Why are these applications completely free to use? How is the data of each user being used? And how multi-million dollars are being made through this data? How are the robots behind social media using human emotions? And how have these things gotten so out of control that even the engineers who made them can't stop them anymore? You will know all this and more in today's video. Subscribe to the channel before the video starts and press the bell icon below. First of all, do we know how social media applications are made so addictive? The backbone of these companies are experts in diverting people's attention towards themselves, and they are also called attention engineers. These are the attention engineers who design different games in casinos. These engineers play with the human mind to create a design that, once used, a person gets used to. Their target is to do something but not allow the visitor to close the application. It is human nature that we feel great whenever someone compliments us. Taking advantage of this human nature, social media apps have given the option of like, heart, or thumbs up. Whenever we upload pictures or videos of ourselves on social media, we repeatedly pick up our phones to see people's reactions. If we don't see it, we are repeatedly prompted by notifications that someone has liked your photo. When we want to get away from our phone, we are encouraged to pick it up under a particular plane. But have you ever noticed? Because people don't like their evil, you don't get the dislike option on many social media platforms. When using social media platforms, we don't even know that we are being programmed under a plane. We are shown photos, videos, and events of interest even if we don't want to. It's an effort to scroll and see. Along with this, human nature is also that he always compares himself with others and tries to improve himself. For this reason, filters were introduced on social media to make themselves look more beautiful. No matter what someone is like in real life, one should look happy on social media. When our friends see only that part of our life which we have made attractive by applying filters, they also try to put more attractive pictures than us. It has reached this point that people do such actions to get likes on their posts that an ordinary man cannot even imagine. And this is not a coincidence, but it is a planned program we are doing. Now a question arises: if this happens, what does it matter? At least our good time is passing through it. Right. Indeed, social media makes for a good time pass, but you will be surprised to know that the purpose of these activities is also to keep you having a good time. And you keep visiting their platform again and again. But what does medical science say about this time pass? You will be surprised like me to know this. Experts say that whenever we post something, our brain forces us to check our phones repeatedly to hear our praise. And as soon as we get that special thing that we are waiting for, a chemical called dopamine is released into our brain. As soon as dopamine is released into the brain, we feel happy and relaxed. Medical sciences believe that the amount of dopamine released is the same as that produced by cocaine. When dopamine spikes in our body, then we feel very happy. But as soon as its quantity returns to normal, we start to demand it again. But we don't have the option to get dopamine again, but this option is with the social media robots. This robot decides how long to see our posts on people's feeds. As long as the post remains on the feed of our friends, we will continue to get likes, and ultimately we will also continue to get dopamine. And when this post is removed from the feed of our friends, we make a new post to get dopamine again, and this cycle continues like this. In other words, we are now locked in a prison with neither bars nor high walls, but we do what these tech companies want us to do. But why do these tech companies do this? After all, what is the purpose of doing all this? And why are all these social media services free? First, you should understand that if you are buying a product with no value, then know that you are the product itself, that is, you are being sold. Suppose that outside a shop it is written that get free books. When you enter the shop to get a free book, it gives them two types of benefits. One is that when other people see that this shop is crowded, they will also want to go there. The more people enter the shop, the more the chances of the shop's sales increase. And their second advantage is that when you ask them for a free book, either you have to fill out a form or at least they will ask you for your contact number. They take your data from you in exchange only for a book. Something similar happens to us on social media, where all our data is taken from us, and we are addicted to entertainment. Our name, our age, our contact number, and even our interest is also asked. Where we go, with whom we go, where we eat, what we eat, using all this information, ads are shown to us according to our interests. Millions of supercomputers behind them are deciding in real time which video should be directed to us so we can enter it. Even if a post is liked by mistake, these artificial intelligent robots start showing us videos and related posts. The more time we spend on these applications, the more benefits they will have. In the end, let's mention a disease that experts have named social media depression. Millions of young boys and girls in America have been diagnosed with this disease. Doctors believe that when we see a fake part of others' lives on social media, we compare ourselves with them. We start comparing ourselves to someone who sees only 1% of his life and hides the remaining 99%. Youngsters look at their feed and compare themselves with fake parts of people's lives. That is why they are surrounded by diseases like anxiety disorder and depression very young. Many young people commit suicide when they cannot bear all this. Do you know? After the advent of social media, the ratio of suicide has increased by 151% in America alone, and it is growing further. The engineers who worked day and night on the social media platform to develop these robots say that we did not know that this thing would take such a terrible shape one day. Now, this matter has become so out of control, and so much negativity has spread that it is impossible to undo it now. Hope you liked the video, and if it is, you are requested to subscribe and press the bell icon below. Thank you.